Who's having problems? What's having problems? Okay, am I live? Who's having problems getting me go live? Go live. Is this thing live? Is this thing on? Is this thing on? Is this thing on? Why is everything low? Can you guys hear me? I don't know what's going on. My computer's acting up all of a sudden. Hopefully I'm live. That's a hope. That's the hope. I think I am. That says okay. I looked on. It says I'm live. Okay. That was like a weird moment. Give me an error message. I was like, there are no error messages. No error messages. Hello, everybody. It's daytime today live. I'm eating a piece of this rainbow cake. Oh wait, let's turn it this way. It's a rainbow cake. It's actually decent. I'm like, okay. And I'm here. Okay. It's tasty. Come on in. The water's fine. Hello, Kenneth. Hello, Susan. Hello, Tasha. This cake is like, it's just white cake. I always wonder what these cakes taste like. It just has food coloring. You can taste the food coloring. Hey, folks. Menifer, everybody. So, I watched the talk today. The talk had Don Diamont, Catherine Kelly Lang, and Jack Wagner on. Hi, Nikki. Hi, Maya. They were on today. If you missed it, they're on today. And Jack Wagner, they mentioned When Calls the Hearts, which is the show he's on. He called it his day job. He's back for the special Brooke episode on Thursday. Don Diamont looked hot, as always. She looked hot. I was like, okay. And Catherine looked wonderful. But it kicks off 35 years of the bold and the beautiful. I watched the first episode. When the show debuted, March 23rd, 1987, I was in high school. I was a senior in high school, about to graduate in June. The show started. I remember watching it. I'm going to talk more about all of that on my show, Bold and Beautiful Rewind, and probably also on Bold and Beautiful Spotlight this Sunday. Yes, your Dawn looked good. Kenneth, of course. And I'll talk more about that, but I just want to say for this show purposes, I watched from the very beginning and liked the show. But this week is the anniversary. This also kicks off. I watched today's episode too. So spoiler alert if you haven't watched it yet. I was going to say, there's some developments happening. Some characters are back on the show today. So I'm going to say that. I won't say anything else. But I really don't know what direction they're going, because still there's that big thing that's supposed to happen. That's not a time jump. That's supposed to happen. That's supposed to change everything. The center of frosting. Okay, so we catch that. Yeah, Bold on YouTube. The channel has all the old episodes. I'm gonna pull out all my paraphernalia for Bold and Beautiful Rewind that I have. That's later. But yes, it is crazy talk. I'm like, it's gonna be. What are they gonna do? What are they going to do? I don't know. What do you guys think they're gonna do? I don't know. I mean, on our show yesterday, Bold and Beautiful. Ooh, I put cake on my thing. Shit, my computer. We speculated, but I'm like, I seriously am trying to watch the storylines. This cake is good. I'm not even a cake person. This cake's good. I'm trying to figure out what's going on. Stephanie had a service. I know she was dead. She had a service and everything. Yeah, she did. I'm just like, but see, there are so many thoughts that are coming out. Yes, I've heard the dream stuff, but is that too similar to a time jump? Oh no. It's just very interesting that the words were used, change of scenery. I'm hoping it's an umbrella story. I'm hoping it's something that will kind of extend over a lot of people. I heard several coupledoms will be upset. So I know. So yeah, you get it. Yes, Mr. Clark, I know what you want. And I swear, if that happens, I already told you, I will give you a special prize if that happens. Taylor seems just, well, that would be funny, right? The pandemic started in 2020. No, there's no clue. There's no clue. Sneaker, there's no clue. That's the problem. The clues were change of scenery. It's not a time jump. And couples will be upset. Well, natural disaster. Ooh, a giant earthquake. That would affect everybody's. That would affect everyone. A giant earthquake. You could destroy the sets and build new ones. That changes scenery. Okay, Manifer, I'm going that way. Possibly LA has earthquakes. So that'd be very interesting. Yeah, it says it's going to be bigger than a Maya reveal. He said. It's okay. Okay. What if Brooke isn't Brooke? What if this whole time Brooke's been held captive somewhere for the last few years, and it's somebody else. Folks have mentioned that Phoebe's not dead. So, and then Jack McGinnis would have played twins, played both parts. Even though Phoebe was they were fraternal twins. That'd be, that's done before. I don't know. I mean, seriously, I'm like, I write shows, I watch things, I watch soaps, and I'm literally stumped. I am literally stumped. I'm stumped. Because I usually can guess something. Well, the whole thing with Stephanie being alive, that's been a major one. I almost feel like that could be true, but I feel like, nah. That's what they want us to think. She's retired. She's retired in real life. She's a Flannery. Unless she decided to come back to be killed off again, that'd be too weird too, right? Sheila Brooke, remember Sheila Brooke were friends? They ran Forster together where she got the 51%. Steffi followed Thomas and saw him with Sheila. Spoiler alert. So, and she's pregnant, real life. There's something going on there. That's what's so. I've been having fun. It's been fun speculating because it's just like we just there's so many directions they could go. There's so many characters, but the way he's hyping it up, it's something you're gonna go, oh my goodness. And see, when Days did that, it worked. When Days did it, that time jump, we're like, it's been a year. We're like, what? And when they started showing us different couples were together and different things, it worked. It totally worked. We had the next 3 or 4, 5, 6 months, everything unfolded. And it kept going, what? What? She's dead. She's dead. Her baby died. Her baby's over here. Like, it completely worked. I know a lot of folks get upset. But Dallas, I'm telling you, Pam woke up and goes to the shower, opens the shower door. Good morning. The famous shower scene of all time. Bobby's, what? Is that Bobby? Is that not Bobby? That was like, that shook up everything. So then all summer, like, is it Bobby? Is it a twin? Is what? And then within the first 5 minutes, he's like, what's wrong? And she's like, I had this dream. And literally, the whole season was a dream. Ballsy? I think so. People hated it. People loved it. They wanted Bobby back. They didn't want a twin. They didn't do it. He was in South America. So I remember it, National Enquirer, because we didn't have social media. The National Enquirer was like showing pictures and stuff. And literally he had to film it like it was a soap commercial. It was so under wraps back then. He was like, apparently he goes, good morning, a beat. When I use this, like he totally, it was all, no one knew. And I remember at the beginning of the season on Dallas, it showed Patrick Duffy, at the end of the season of Dallas, at the end, Patrick Duffy as it was blank. Oh, I ate this cake because of that. Manifest time stamping an earthquake. Now, Shanika's bringing up, it's talking about Emmerdale. I didn't watch that, but I watched EastEnders. I remember when they killed Tiffany. Oh my, when Frank killed Tiffany, I remember that was a huge deal. And Bianca runs out, oh my God, because Frank's feeling bad and he's driving the car, even though it's the slowest hit on earth, that's on the story. Tiffany's fighting with Grant about the baby. She runs outside, gets my car. I remember watching that live and going, what? Well, that's when it came out. And she died. And it was New Year's. I'll never forget that. Downtown Brooklyn. Woo! Go over to Junior's Cheesecake. Need some cheesecake. Send it to me, Mickey. In downtown Brooklyn. All right. What about New York? I remember that storyline was big. Desperate Housewives went 5 years in advance. One season. It's a group went 5 years in advance. Natural disasters. Sunset Beach had an earthquake. Something else. Well, okay, Kenny Clark, you're gonna you make me laugh so hard. You're trying to connect Steffi and Bill. You want that baby to be Kelly. Kelly be his. But Stephanie was in a coma back in the day when she got hit by Bill. Maybe she didn't wake up. But it said so it wouldn't be a time, it would be her waking up 2 years later. Then I guess you would see all these things that are different. Because they said couples will be upset. Fandoms will be upset. So you know what that means. Mm-hmm. I'm really trying to think of like what are some of the options. The options are someone comes back from the dead, but it has to be somebody who really will deny it. But I'm saying first of all, somebody comes back from the dead. So we go that direction. Somebody comes back from the dead, has to be somebody big. So like Stephanie would be a natural choice. A dream. Who's dreaming? Could be anybody, I guess. But he'd be somebody who's dreaming big. And again, this is like Pam's season of Dallas. That she dreamt is Sheila not back? Is Taylor not back? Taylor, what's going on? A blackout, Guiding Light did that once. A blackout happens. That's legitimate. That's a legitimate one. A blackout. It's a blackout and several characters sleep with each other. Like Thomas and Sheila. Just gonna throw that out there. You guys can be mad. Real Talk with Renee Smith too. I think that way, Thomas and Sheila seem together would be a major thing. A lot of you guys think it's something to do with Steffi. There was some talk that it turns out Torsten's not Ridge, it's actually somebody else, and it's Ron Moss comes back. Ron Moss he's had a great time right now over in Italy, traveling the world, doing all kinds of stuff. He was on Steel City last season. Yeah, I don't know. Vinny comes back from the dead and Hayes is Liam's. That would have some impact. There's something there, some impact there. Finn would exist. That's true. Day one. He's all day one. Come on, girl. Come on, Vicky, day one. This is fascinating. I'm so fascinated by this because everyone's talking about it. We're just like, what is it? Like, what is it? That's the thing. It's like, shoot. I'm like, what is it? So we said dream, coma. Somebody goes into coma. Someone gets back from the dead. Natural disaster. I never thought about that before, you guys. I think Amaya first said that. I didn't think about that. We were talking yesterday. A natural disaster, like a big. See, I remember like on Dynasty, the Moldavian massacre. Just shoot everybody and see what happens. You lives. But the question also is it happening this Friday? Is it happening next week? Now, see, Sarah, I went there too. I was making some deductions there too. Why interviewing Susan Flannery? Well, it could be because she's coming back. It could be because it's 35 years. That's an actual milestone number. Maybe she's coming back just to be interviewed for that number. I was saying, I mean, but see, shows have done things where they just, they do what they want. They do. They killed off Frank on General Hospital, and Fizz was a very popular couple. I wasn't a fan that much, but they were a popular couple. Killed them off. It was a popular couple, but for a story, they killed them. A plane crash. I know that's what I know what's an old tech. I said so. Like a disaster is something. Like I said, I really didn't think about that before. So you guys came here and said that today. A disaster would be very interesting because it could be fun to watch how they do it on set, just production wise, and then who actually lives or dies. I think Days did that whole thing with was it Earthquake? Sammy was hanging on the thing and she dropped, and Jack had died in the elevator, saving Abigail. So there's some stuff. Last 10 years. Well, that's the thing. If there's a dream, then how far back do you go to make a difference? like to really make a difference. How would it be crazy, folks? Would it be crazy? It's a dream. Okay, it's a dream. And they go back like 15 years, 10 years. Suddenly it's the old Rick. It's the old, Thorne. It's the old, like, wouldn't that be crazy? That would be crazy. It's the old Ridge. Like, you're like, But see, the Stephanie's alive thing could be just a smokescreen. Maybe it's all think is, well, Stephanie's alive then. She's coming on this show, talk about the show. But it could be she's just coming on the show. And that's it. Mm-hmm. I mean, Stephanie would totally shake up things. If she was alive, Quinn, Eric, Brooke, Taylor, Sheila, Ridge, I mean, everybody would be, the whole canvas would be affected. I mean, that would be a major thing. It would be bigger. Amaya's stuck on that Maya reveal thing, and she's stuck on that one. That's so funny. Yes, it would be. It would be bigger than the Maya reveal. You're absolutely correct about that, girl. Yes. Yeah. I mean, you're absolutely right about that. Yeah, I'm impressed. I mean, same Shanika. So am I. I'm like, everybody talking. I have friends who even watch the show like. They mentioned, as I said, Phoebe. They mentioned Phoebe. There's a whole thing of like Phoebe's alive, but Jacqueline McInnes Wood's going to play both sisters, even though they were fraternal twins. But back to Shanika, yes, this is the first time in a long time that they're bringing in fans and kind of press, and it's a big deal. Casey knows what he's doing. He's doing the right. He's doing it, and that's Casey Kasperzak, who's one of the supervising producers of Bold and the Beautiful. He's a great guy who does Bold live on Fridays. I mean, this is good. Okay, girl. If Bridget Taylor said, you know what, screw Ridge, we get together ourselves now. It'll be fine. I was saying today, Liam, you can't talk about nobody doing nothing. Ooh, if Sheila kidnapped Stephanie and had her to, Sheila's a nurse, you're right. That'd be very interesting. And they walk in and somebody's like, I'm home. You're like, what? I'm literally watching Bold and the Beautiful every single day this week, or until further notice. I can't wait and binge watch it later. I want to make sure I see it now so I know what the F is going on, because I don't want to miss a thing. I don't want to miss a thing. I don't want to miss a thing at all. I want to make sure I catch it. I don't want to be blindsided. Nothing. I want to make sure that I catch it on a day. Because some people out here, they'll be tagging it. Everybody's going to talk about it. When it happens, everyone's going to talk about it. So I'm like, I have to make sure. I told my co-host, better watch it too, because it's going to be something else. I heard you say it before. I know he said it's not a dream. That's yeah. Finn isn't her son. He's a doctor that helped her keep quiet. Liam was cool today. I thought Liam should shut up today. I don't need him talking about, you should stay away from Deacon. You need to stay away from Steffi. You know what's going on. He can't talk nothing. He's a big waffler too. You can't say nothing, Liam. Amanda and Tammy aren't in here. Are they? I'll see them. You said hi to Amanda and Tammy. They're not here. It's just James Lott Jr. Nobody else. I know. Social media, a lot of times, like when Sheila came back, Sarah, this last time, they totally spoiled it first. I could have, I would have, I mean, I still love the reveal when she comes out. I think it was hello, in the guest house. But I kind of wish we didn't know. I with you, I wish we didn't know him. But right now, they've been keeping it. I mean, Bold has been keeping it under wraps. And I know so many folks from Bold and Beautiful, and they have not told me nothing. Nothing. I asked. I was like, you know what's going on? I won't tell anybody. They ain't told me nothing. I really have no idea. We hate them both forever. You got Tammy and Amanda on the break. You think it's Sunday. It ain't Sunday. Today's Monday. It's just James Lott Jr. solo. I was looking at my phone, yeah, but I wasn't texting them. They got lives. But actually, we have a group text chat we have. But I will see Amanda. Will I see her tonight? No, I won't see her tomorrow night. I'll be seeing her tomorrow night online. We're doing a recording. Mm-hmm. I don't know, kids. It's the hottest thing in daytime right now. Hi, Salty Dog. Like I said, I've been going. This is what I've been going through this whole time. It's like scenario. I don't know. I'm just bringing up scenarios. I'm just like, I don't know what's going to be. I really don't know what's the thing. I mean, I brought up scenarios. Someone said natural disaster, so I'm like, now I'm adding that to the mix. Hi, Caroline. Caroline. But if Jack, Emma, and the mystery one. No, I haven't. I didn't see it. I'm just like, happy spring. Spring. Somebody asked me what this is. This is lyrics to Prince's song Mountains. It's only mountains and the sea, only greater, you and me. Yeah. I haven't seen it. Thank God I didn't see it. I won't be shocked by it. I'm gonna watch YNR later today too. I want to be surprised. I want to be surprised who the mystery woman is on YNR also. There's that secret too. Who's the mystery woman texting Jack? And that preview was very fun to see the legs walk in. So I want to be surprised by that too. I do. I won't be surprised. I have not seen anything. I've really been online. So I've been posting a few things, but I've really been online. So I'm gonna be online kind of lightly. Because I don't want to learn that. Yes, we Salty. I've been on for the last half hour or so, Salty Dog. So yes, we've covered all that. We've covered, yeah, that's the leading thing is it's Stephanie. Yeah, I've been on 28 minutes. Yeah, well, I haven't spoiled, so I don't, I haven't seen it. So I'm sorry you got spoiled. When things like this happen, I try to watch the soaps first if I can, and then go online because if something comes out. So I try not to. A lot of folks will be Patty, not played by Stacey Hyde because she's busy over there playing Kristen and Susan all their days of their lives. But he showed us women's legs walking in. So it's a woman. Again, as long as you guys don't tell me who it is in here, I haven't seen nothing. So, I mean, some people haven't seen it either. So we're the fortunate ones. So now I know not to go online until I'm ready to go, until I find out who it is. Because I don't want to, yeah. Because I don't want to be surprised. That's the hard part. That's why people get mad at me, but I tell people all the time, I hate spoilers. I like to just watch and find. I'm old-fashioned. I like to watch and find out. I don't mind being teased, or like sitting here, like I said, we're speculating. And that's kind of what I like that. I don't want to know everything. I want to be surprised. I love surprising at the moment. But there are a lot of folks who want to know everything now. They want to know now. They want to know now. They want to know now. And I'm like, we're so conditioned to get instant gratification. But I'm like, I want to be this. So that's why this bold thing has been fun, because we don't know what it is. They've not slipped out there so far. And it's been kind of fun speculating. Now, the problem with all this is, well, it could be a problem. The reveal itself. Oops, now I'm using my hands. That's good. The reveal itself, will it be as good as what we were all talking about? That's the problem, right? Will it be as good as what we're all sitting here just like, I can't wait, I hope it's good. I hope the Bold and Beautiful reveal is so good. I hope, those you already know already, but I don't know yet. I'm hoping the mystery one on Y&R is somebody that I'm being invested in and go, oh, it's her. I don't be disappointed. So I want these reveals to be really good, make sense, and go, wow, I can't wait to tune in. So I'm telling you, Days of Our Lives had me tuning in every day those first couple of months. Because it was like, what? It was amazing. They did it correctly. So I'm saying, I'm like, please do it right. Take your time, do it right. We could do it, baby. Do it tonight. Some of you guys remember that song. You're old enough. The Restless Band. This has been so much fun for me and my co-hosts and for fans, just to try to think of what is going on. What's going on? I don't know. I don't know. Could be. But CBS is like, we got to step it up, and get it going. Need some press. Possibly. I mean, the thing is, here's the deal. Susan Flannery coming on the show to Bold Live, it's not really a red flag. 35 years ago, she was one of the first actresses on the show. So for her to come out of retirement for an interview, that's not that far-fetched. Because doing an interview is not going back to work. It's just doing an interview. And chances are she's at home. It's a Zoom call. That's usually Bold Live is. And sure, they can have her on. They can have her on. It's no big deal. Now, so you can have her on, whether she's on the show or not. I think just alone, 35th anniversary, that's a milestone number. That's fine. The thing that could be interesting is if she is on the show, then it would make sense. Her back. But she can be back on because 35 years. 35 years is a good milestone. And this is my 35th anniversary. My daughter's turning 35 this year, and it's my 35th anniversary of high school. So it's a year for me too. 87 was a good year. 1987, I left Los Angeles, went to college, went north, and started my life. That's what I did. 35 years ago in June. Oh, well, I left in September 87. No, well, I guess August 87, August or September. But anyway, I left one of those months a long time ago and started a whole new life. And I had no idea. In the last 35 years, I can say for myself, has been very interesting. I've had an interesting 35 years. Leading all to this, I never thought 35 years ago, because this was not even invented. There's all these jobs that were not even invented. Host, on-air host, podcast, those words were not even invented. I wouldn't even know. I mean, YouTube was not invented. Social media was not invented. I was on a typewriter, not a keyboard. This was not invented. Isn't that funny? And like, you just go, wow, all this stuff was not, this was what I'm doing. This career was not invented. That's so great. It's so great. When you start thinking about it, like, this is such a crazy thing. I thought. I'm doing something I could have never dreamed of because there was no precedent to dream of it. Isn't that interesting, folks? I could never say when I grew up, I wanted to be on YouTube. Like there was no YouTube. I remember when I grew up, I said I wanted to be in radio. So I did do that first before I came to TV. I did radio first. So my dream did come true that way. But even when I was on radio, I was on regular radio and then internet radio. That hadn't been invented. You graduated in 85. Moved to Vancouver, went to 2 years university, going to nursing school. I nursing school too, me too. Smith Corona electric typewriter. Woo! There were no iPhones, no phones, not even a pager yet. I got a pager, I want to say late 80s. Late 80s, early 90s, I got a pager. There were no computers like that. I went to computer school in 83, and now I learned all these little Apple IICs or whatever. But I'm just saying, it's just so funny. When I think about this, I'm like, this career that I'm in, opinion television, that didn't exist. There was like one talk show, Donahue. I think maybe Oprah just started. There was nothing at that time. So I'm just talking to you guys right now thinking, wow, when I grew up, I can't even say, I'm no nursing school person. I was nursing school people. I was an LVN for 7 years. Look at that. Geriatric nursing was my specialty. But no, it's just kind of like, this is such a weird concept that there are people today who grew up and say, I want to be a podcaster, or I want to be on, there was no reality TV in 87. There's no Survivor, Big Brother, no Real Housewives, there's no reality television, there was cable. Hi, Brooklyn Raina. Oh, Brooklyn Queen. Hey, Brooklyn. All these Brooklyn folks. Fort Hamilton Parkway here. Thank you very much. Park Slope, Prospect Park. Thank you. The F train. No, but there's all this stuff. They're growing up and they're saying, I want to be a housewife. They're saying, I want to be a Big Brother. They're saying, we didn't have any of that. Not 87. I'm trying to think anything. I mean, I remember Fat Burger just came out and I was eating a Fat Burger. 87. I came out. I was eating Orange Julius. They might get my Orange Julius. Remember those? 2 years later, I was in the giant earthquake in San Francisco, Loma Prieta, October 89. I was there. It was scary. So I'm like, just kind of funny, this soap came out. It's the youngest of all the soaps and outlasted all the ones that came afterwards. It outlasted Sunset Beach, Passions, Generations, a host of others. It survived all those. It had the coveted time slot after the #1 show for the last 39, 40 years, and that's Young and the Restless. Isn't that interesting? Like it's lasted this long. And it's an international hit. The world watches it as a primetime soap for in a lot of countries. Isn't that amazing? They can go to Monte Carlo and Australia and Italy and a lot of the actors have major success in those local markets because of this show. But I'm saying these shows that came afterwards and didn't make it, this one made it. It had staying power. Yeah, there was no internet. Internet came in a little disc in the mail, AOL, and you had to pay for it. But in computer, you had to pay I had to pay like $10 a month for it or something like that. It was crazy. It was crazy. It's just well, I guess Bill, it's testament to Bill Bell. Here's the thing, folks. Shows last because of fans. And I said this before another show, as much as I call the fans crazy, cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, and so Twitter is bonkers and all that, there are wonderful fans who are basically normal, who just like the shows, who don't go crazy and don't threaten actors and don't threaten, people writing mean things to Krista Allen, writing mean things to Cameron Grimes. I mean, it's just ridiculous. I mean things to us, to me. I got a bad review today, and I was like, yeah, I posted on Instagram. So look at my bad review. It's people just have hate in their hearts. They love just to troll out there and just say the nastiest stuff as they can that they would never do in person. But we, this soap press community, soap world community, we know it's the fans. We know it's the fans. This is why we're here. Why I'm here. I wouldn't have half the career I didn't have if it wasn't for the soap community. 7 years ago, I joined it. And I tried leaving several times. I was like, that's it. Fuck it, I'm done. And you guys drug me back in. And a fan, I mean, I've gotten death threats. I've gotten weird shit. I've gotten stuff. I mean, all kinds of stuff over the 7 years from fans of soaps. So I know personally how rough it can be. But again, we know there are other fans that keep the shows going. Like I said before, the only problem is the networks, their commitment to soaps are shady at best. I personally think if they probably wouldn't have soaps on these shows if they could. I personally think all the stations would get rid of soaps. Even though most of primetime TV are soaps. Soaps, Bold and the Beautiful, since we're doing a bold show today, bold show today. Bold and Beautiful was the first production to come back during the pandemic. Folks made fun of them because they're using mannequins and blow-up dolls and people's partners for kissing scenes. They made it work though. We made fun of them too. But I'll tell you, when the first day Bold came back from being not on the air, well, not any new episodes on the air, I have a reappreciation for it. I did. I will say all the soaps. Well, Dave's was always on, but when General Hospital, YNR, and Bold came back after their hiatuses, we'll say that, it was an amazing feeling to see a new episode after months of not seeing it. It's crazy, right? You're sitting there going, I never thought I would miss a soap opera. And I missed them. I'm a fan too. And I think if everybody can remember that we're fans, that we want the shows to be good, of course, which is subjective because it depends on storyline. But not everybody's gonna be happy with every storyline. You just can't do it at this point. But appreciate. Well, the mannequins are fun. You could tell the hair was all stringy, but they were doing what they could at a time when people were dying from COVID, especially in Los Angeles. Us in LA, we went through it. We went through it here. Oh, my goodness. It was brutal here. It was, some people, other places didn't have to worry about that, but we had to worry about it. I had people who died from COVID, who were fine a week or two ago and they're dead. It was a crazy time period. Matthew Iike said, that mannequin, we made jokes of it, but yes, ultimately, Emmy-worthy scenes, the mannequin. Yes, the Hope doll was ridiculous, but you know what? You try what you can. And that's why I say, you have a right to not like it, of course, and think it's ridiculous. I mean, they knew it was ridiculous. They knew it. But they were trying to find a way to give us new material. And so to me, you get points for that. You're like, how can we do this? How can we do this? And that's kind of what it was. So it's like, I give passes for 2020 and part of 2021. Now it's different. Now you just don't you don't do that. Oh, shit. But back then in 2020, 2021, I give everybody passes because they had to do what they had to do. I mean, I made jokes of how Flo was way over here and Wyatt was living on the couch. I love you. I love you. We made jokes about all of it. They made jokes about it. But I always make sure I gave praise that they were trying. They were trying to do something. I'm telling you guys, I'm in production. I have produced stuff. This shit isn't easy. Me even coming right here, it's not the easiest thing to do. There's a lot of work that goes on this stuff back and behind the scenes. And the pandemic was something we'd never seen before. It was something totally out of craziness. And so they chose a way they thought was kind of interesting to bring you some show. So we'll all chuckle together and go, okay, that was kind of silly and crazy. But I'll also praise them for, they wanted to work. And I say this all the time too. I can't say it enough. It's not just the actors. It's the production staff. It's the hair and makeup. It is the crews. They all make way less than the actors. They have families and they have money, and if the actors don't work, they don't work. And they're so hardworking. And I just, and then when shows weren't on, it affected the restaurant industry and the clothing industry and the events, like everything. We didn't realize until everything shut down that everything shut down. My birthday's in a month and a half. I'll be 53. No problem saying that. When the pandemic hit me 2 years ago this month, my birthday was horrible. Nothing was open. Only a few places were delivering. And I was at home, quarantined, away from everyone, by myself. My sister came by and dropped off a thing for me outside the door. I had a couple of Venmos to buy myself some dinner, but not every restaurant was open, so I had to pick what I could. I ate what I really didn't care about eating. I hated my birthday. Could be with my kids, could be with my grandkids. At the time, the trains weren't working, the planes weren't really. They were trying to figure that out. It was crazy. It was a crazy time period, and so now I appreciate life so much more. I do. Oh, I do easily. Easily now, I do. Because I do not want to go through that again. I do not want to go through that again. Not at all. Oh, I tried to refresh. There you go. Okay. I'm going to get off now. I've been off for almost an hour. Thank you guys for coming in. Johnny, Sarah, Susie, Susan, Carol Ann, Mel. I'm going to go on here. Mel, Sarah, Latasha, Brooklyn, Carol Ann, Renee Smith. I'm going to show you Salty Dog, Amaya. There you go, everybody. And other, Kenneth Clark, of course, and others, Shanika. And I just want folks who are watching, you didn't talk. But thanks for coming on. Daytime today is our runaway smash. I have to tell you, thank you so much for making it a huge hit for us. I'm having fun talking soap chat in the afternoon. And thanks for coming on when I come on. Yeah, we'll be more episodes this week, of course. And yes, keep watching Bold and Beautiful. I'm gonna watch Y&R right now. I think I'm gonna watch that soon and get that going.